Good morning, everybody. Shannon and Karen with Wandering Out Yonder, and yes, we are still in Shenandoah National Park. Today we are going on the Nicholson Hollow and Corbin Cabin Loop Trail. From what I understand, it's about 1,300 foot elevation loss and gain. We'll be hiking down and then doing the strenuous hike on the way up to get back to the van. So anyhow, this trail and area boasts the most fences and homestead remnants. There's a cabin at the bottom of the early settlers of the Shenandoah National Park. So we thought that would be kind of an interesting hike to take. So, ready? All right.
30 feet in, first trail obstruction.
All right, so this trail first takes you, the way we're doing it is counterclockwise. And you go across the AT and then you take a left on a different trail up here. But I just wanted to show you all the beautiful color on this trail right now. It is just so spectacular and pretty. Alright, we have reached one of the turns, and you can see right here the Crusher Ridge Trail to the left. Skyline Drive is just over here. We are headed towards the Nicholson Hollow Trail, which will take us to the Corbin Cabin. Now, you can, instead of coming up that way, you can go this trail clockwise and not do this part, because you'll end up on Skyline Drive at the end of the trail and you can road walk it back to the parking lot. Or you can come up this way, take a right here, and it'll also take you to the parking lot. So that's kind of how they have it mapped out. We chose to do it counterclockwise, which is quite a bit of uphill getting to this point, but it's what we chose. So that's where it's at, right, Shannon?
Yeah, so that when we were driving, I was like, there's Nicholson Hollow.
That's where we're at now.
Oh, wow. That was me, Shenandoah.
Yeah. So we have reached another post. It is a bit confusing. It's saying the Crusher Ridge Trail is to the right. And it doesn't say anything about where that one goes. Okay, so the post was a bit confusing, but you take a left at that last post and you cross over Skyline Drive to the Nicholson Hollow Trail area, and that's what takes you down to Corbin Cabin. It's really a bit confusing. The book that we have is giving us directions, and we have two other maps that say something different, so it's just a little bit confusing. So we just kind of parked way up there, walked all through the woods, came out way down there, and then had to walk back over here. Just, I don't know.
1-8 from the cabin.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Okay, so there's a copperhead right there, laying just next to the trail. Here's the trail. See where Shannon's standing? She walked right past it.
In the sun.
I'm guessing he's sunning himself, and it's too cold for him to move around too much right now. But yeah, and if you look at the leaves all around him and everything. I think if it wasn't for the green, we probably wouldn't have seen him. But yeah, that's the one thing when you're hiking in the fall you have to really pay attention to. It's real easy for them to hide themselves. All right, so as you can see, we've gotten kind of down to the bottom in the valley here. And it's rocky and stuff, but it's quite a bit easier of a trail down here at the bottom. Anyhow, after seeing the Copperhead. And hiking down further, we ran into a group of ladies that we saw going on the trail the other direction, and we kind of met them halfway, and they said that they almost stepped on a big black snake. So we've been...
We slowed down a bit.
Yeah, we slowed down a bit and decided, okay. And we also found out that the cabin that we're heading to, you can't go near because of snakes. Right, Shannon?
My hell.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice to know that ahead of time. Like, there were no signs posted anywhere saying that the cabin was closed or the reason why the cabin was closed. If we had known that, we probably wouldn't have come here. We would have picked something else. But from what I understand, it's infested. And you can't even go near the property. So that's pretty bad. This is called Indian Run. Now, there's nothing running right now. But I imagine in the spring or during heavy rains, they get some flow through here. But that's what this is called right here. And they've built a little bridge to get across. This is one of the remnants left over from the earlier settlers. And this is one of the reasons we wanted to take this trail. There's all kinds of stuff like this along this trail. I guess it's an old spring.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of water coming out. But yeah, right there. And supposedly it's remnants all along this trail. We thought that sounded kind of interesting.
We will not be venturing off trail.
No, not after seeing the snake. But anyway, yeah, here we go. So again, you come into these kinds of little areas where you can see the rock fencing that might be part of a home, but I would say it's probably part of the rock fencing that you're looking at here, where these people live. And it's over to the right, there's a creek of some sort running that we can hear. So this would have been a good spot for a home back in here. All right, so we've come up on a creek crossing down here. You can see it. Didn't know if I had mentioned it earlier, but this is a blue blazed trail. But anyway, yeah, here we go. Okay, so we've reached another post. Nicholson Hollow Trail is what we're on. The Corbin Cabin is 0.1, 1/10 of a mile up here. And this is, I think, called Indian Trail. This trail up here kind of merges in, and that's called Indian Run down here. So we're getting ready to run into that. All right, so this is a privy for the cabin. And from what I understand, the book that I read said that you could rent it. Like you can actually stay in it. But then the ladies that we just talked to said that it was closed because of snakes. There were so many snakes down in this area. And they won't even let you get near it now. So, anxious to see when we get down here what the deal is. All right, there's a really pretty, I don't know if that's a river or a creek running in front of it, but it's really pretty and it's flowing nicely. But there's, all right, so here's the black snake they were talking about. Great. We were told it's snake heaven down here. And there he is. Out here sunning. Now the ladies told us to pay attention. He was down here, and there he is. But yeah. Yikes. He won't hurt you, but yeah, I don't want to get near him. So there he is. There's his head. You can see he's pretty good size. He's pretty long. I'd say at least 3 feet or more, maybe. Anyway, there we go. And here is the sign. Venomous snakes present. All right, so we will be staying away from this area as much as possible because...
So that is the Corbin Cabin.
So anyway, we can't go up there. I'm not even going to attempt it. But that is the Corbin Cabin up there. And there is a bear box out here. You used to be able to rent this, and I am guessing the snakes have taken it over. So they don't even let you go up there. They tell you not to go up there. And we've seen 2 snakes so far on this trail, so I believe them.
And I can't get out of this pit quick enough.
Yes. Yeah, this trail's a snake pit. And had we known, we probably wouldn't have come down here. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful trail. Lot to see. Oh, just saw a deer. Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, too many snakes for us. Well, Shannon and I have opted out of eating lunch down here. Just because we ran into so many snakes.
Yeah, I'm on a mission.
Yeah,
Up and out.
she's ready to get out of here.
Yep.
But we did stop to take a little snack break. So we're eating our trail mix in front of the creek here on a giant rock. So if anything crawls up here, we'll see it.
Because if anyone has watched any of our videos, you will know that I just don't have the same appreciation for snakes that most people do. All right, we're heading out of here.
Okay, so Shannon and I got distracted by the snake. We were supposed to turn left there, and the snake was in the path. We got distracted and went straight and had to turn around. When we got back, there was no snake left. He had left, so we didn't have to worry about walking over the snake. But anyhow, we are back on track with the trail, heading up to get to the van, and we're starting to see some of the remnants. I'll turn you around and show you. So you can see up where Shannon is. Now once I get up there, I'll share it with you. But yeah, cool. So anyhow, yeah, this is probably one of the, either part of a fence line. They used to make them out of stone. Or maybe, I don't know, might have been part of a home, who knows. But looks more like it was probably a property line marker or fence line. Anyway.
Okay. So this is definitely a butt kicker on the way back up. We knew it was going to be, but whew. Shenandoah makes you pay for anything that you see.
So we are pretty sure that the book is incorrect. Ooh. Shannon has logged over 1,500 feet on the going back up, and the book said 1,300, so something's not right here. You can see her way up there. It's pretty much straight uphill on the way back. See, there she is there, and then it just goes down, down, down.
So we are a stone's throw away from the van.
We can tell you that this trail,
it's tough. It's about a half mile off what they said,
right,
and according to my calculations, about 300 feet as well.
yeah.
We
chose to do the uphill at the end.
Yeah.
Because it was supposedly shorter. It isn't. And it is much, much, much steeper.
Yeah, it's pretty steep. The entire elevation here was at the end, so.
And, well, no, it was pretty much the whole way through it.
Yeah.
What they consider switchbacks on the East Coast are not switchbacks. Okay? If you go out to the West Coast, those are switchbacks.
Yeah.
That says on this trail coming back this way that you will hit some switchbacks. So when I was reading it, I thought, okay, well, even though it's steep, there's some switchbacks, which makes it easier to ascend and descend on a steep cliff. Well, they were not switchbacks. They were just pretty much turns in the trail. But anyhow, we are close to the van.
It was a rough up.
It said 1 point what up? 1.3?
I don't know, infinity. It was infinity
It's
up.
more like 2 miles,
Yeah,
I
so,
think.
and it got pretty warm today, so.
You get down there, there's nothing to see. There is a pretty creek.
Yeah. It was
But
kind
you
of a
can't
bummer.
go to any of the cabins because of the venomous snake
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah, wish they would have posted that at the trailhead, and maybe we'd have picked a different time to do it so we could have explored around the cabin area a lot.
Which is what we like doing.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons we like Rapidan Camp area so much. There's so much history there.
So,
But we thought we would check this out because supposedly there was history here, but you couldn't go see it. So,
but
you know.
held true to Shenandoah.
Yeah.
All up and all down.
All right.